Hello and welcome again. I'm very happy to see you, and I hope that you enjoy this video because I just felt like doing it. I'm not sure if you've ever been stuck in a situation where you really have to do something else, or not really have to do something else, but well, let me rewind. I'm actually revising for finals, which are on Tuesday. And I've been just doing that pretty much the whole day. So I felt like doing something else. I felt like talking. So I just decided to open my camera and do my current skincare routine. I just felt like doing that. One, because maybe you find that interesting. If you've been following me for a while, you might have noticed that I don't really have acne anymore, so I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit what I did to actually, I wouldn't say get rid of acne, because I'm probably always gonna have an acne prone skin, but at least reduce the severity of the acne and the frequency of the breakouts. So that being said, I also like to have such videos for myself because I can always refer back to them and see like what I've been doing back then and whatnot. Anyways, I'm gonna start with cleanser or cleansing. I haven't been using the two-step cleansing method anymore. I just started to use my micellar water. If you've checked my videos from the past 3 months, I've pretty much been talking about it in every video, which is the Bioderma blue micellar water that I use in the evenings and in the mornings when I want to refresh my skin. In the evenings I might use it on its own, or I might use it just to remove the makeup and then go with my cleanser. So lately I've been using as my main cleanser the Philosophy Miracle Worker. It's a cleanser and a mask. So every other day I leave it as a mask before actually going on with my clarisonic. Most of the days I just apply it and I go on with my clarisonic, but some days I just feel like leaving it on because you have to leave it for 3 to 5 minutes for it to activate as a mask. So I leave it and then I go over with my clarisonic, and I really like how my skin feels afterwards. It has lactic acid, so it will be exfoliating. In my experience so far, it is very good. It really brightens the skin and it hasn't irritated my skin, so I really enjoy that. Next is my clarisonic. I'm probably very late in joining the bandwagon of clarisonic, but I truly enjoy this product. It's really, it has made a big difference in how my skin looks and feels, and it has also helped with some hyperpigmentation that I've been having, and overall I really enjoy it. I like it. Next, on days that I really feel that my skin is very clogged or whatnot after I've cleansed it, I'm gonna go over with the detox face mask, which I've talked before. In thin layer, you can apply it every evening. If you have very oily skin, it actually decongests and oxygenates the skin. But if you have drier skin, you can apply it on a thicker layer and actually and just remove it with the tissue when it has activated. So basically you leave a moisturizing layer on top of your skin if you have dry skin. So it's a very good multi-purpose product. It's not very expensive for what it does, in my opinion. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm probably gonna repurchase it again. Next, after my cleansing process, if I feel like I need an extra exfoliation when I'm in the shower, then I'm gonna use my Fresh Sugar Face Polish. This is what it looks like. And this stuff smells amazing. If you have tried the Fresh Sugar Brown Sugar fragrance or the fresh lipsticks and lip balms, this smells like that, and I absolutely love it. It is also, sorry, it's evening but mouth is full battery. Anyways, it has to be left on for 5 to 10 minutes as well. Not for the exfoliation purpose, but actually for the hydration, because it has vitamin C and some other oils in there and stuff to, I'm not sure, plum seed oil and grapeseed oil, yeah, and then vitamin C in order to brighten and nourish the skin. It doesn't cause breakouts, at least not in my experience, and when you wash it off, then there is no residue, at least not in my skin. So I've been really enjoying this. It's very luxurious, it's very pampering, and it's not the priciest item from Fresh. I've been wanting to buy their face mask, and that was a bit too pricey for me, so I went with this because I saw that, hey, you have to leave it also 5 to 10 minutes, so it's sort of like a mask. And I'm sorry that he's so excited. I hope you can hear what I'm saying. Anyways, if I'm having a breakout or I feel that I'm going to break out, then I've been using the Ren Clear Calm Tree face mask. And so far, this one along with the Aesop blemish calming mask or something like that, they only have one blemish mask. This one and the Aesop mask, both of them are so far the best at calming breakouts. It's not to control oil or anything like that, it's just very, very calming for the breakouts, and it actually helps the recovery of the breakouts. So yeah, I have enjoyed this one a lot, and probably I will repurchase it when I'm running out of it. But anyways, I use it every time that I feel that I have a, you know, a hot pimple or some area that's irritated, that I know that a pimple might come, or where there is already a blemish, then I'm gonna apply this, and usually in few days it clears out. If that, after my cleansing and mask and exfoliation, whatever I choose to do, normally it's the Miracle Worker pretty much morning and evening, and and the other items are depending on how my skin is. Then I also use my Bioderma Micellar water. So the Philosophy and the Clarisonic and the Micellar water, those are my staples. That are pretty much morning and evening. After that, I'm going over with my Dermalogica antioxidant hydramist, which is basically your toner, and it's a refreshing antioxidant toner that helps to firm and hydrate. I absolutely love it. It makes my skin very glowy. It hydrates almost like a serum, I want to say, and it's just wonderful. And I also use it throughout the day when my skin feels tight and dry, especially now that we are starting to approach winter time here, and we have like a heater on, and it alternates between humid and dry weather, and it's cold. My skin starts to like feel a bit tight, so I like to use these throughout the day as well. After that, usually in the mornings, what I do, several things. It really depends. Again, it depends how my skin is feeling. But let's say that I usually try to use my La Roche-Posay Redermic R every other day. This is my daily retinol, like morning time retinol. It has worked very well for me so far. I have used a lot of it, and yeah, I absolutely love it. That's a staple of mine. And then I'll go over with the Redermic R for eyes. If I feel that my eyes need extra care, I'm gonna go over the Redermic R for eyes with the Dermalogica Multivitamin Power Firm, which is a silicone-based eye cream and lip contour cream, which has vitamins, it has humectants, it has retinol and other stuff in there. So yeah, that's what I would do. For my skin, after I applied this one, right now this is fall approaching winter, so my skin is getting slightly drier. I will go over it with the Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF 30, which is usually enough right now because the sunlight is starting to really not show that much. I'm not sure if you can see how dark it is, and it's only 5 o'clock, so yeah, there isn't that much sun, so this is sufficient. On days that I feel like my skin is a bit clogged, like it's a bit how do you say it, very dehydrated and clogged at the same time, like it's stuck in a way, then I will use the skin smoothing cream by Dermalogica, because this is just like a very basic cream. It doesn't have anything that really irritates my skin. It's very moisturizing, and it's very, like, I would say basic. It's a bit better than basic, but still basic. And I would say every 5 days I would skip everything else and use the NeoStrata Salicylic Gel, which has 15% salicylic. Sorry, it has, I think, 10% glycolic and 5% salicylic. It's a gel meant for strong exfoliation. That's what I would use then, or when my skin is clogged but not necessarily dry, just like very dull and clogged. Then I have few oils that I will use morning and evening depending on how my skin is, but mainly this one, it's mornings when I feel I need extra pampering in my skin. Then I will use the Decleor aromessence Iris. I've been absolutely loving this. As you can see, I've used quite a bit. I really love this. It leaves your skin very glowy. This is for days when my skin is not glowy at all, so I like to use this. And usually I'm not using everything, so basically I'll go in a combination. Like if my skin feels dull but not necessarily oily that day, then I'll use the Redermic R, and then on top of that the oil. If I feel that my skin is normal, then I'm gonna use the Redermic R and the Dynamic Skin Recovery. If I feel that my skin is dry, slightly irritated and congested, then I'll use the skin smoothing cream. And on days that it's like super congested and oily, then I'm gonna use the NeoStrata Gel. I hope that makes sense. There's a lot of steps, but I don't believe in a single skincare routine for every single day, because your hormones change, the weather change, your diet might fluctuate, how much you sleep, how much stress you have. So your skin is a living organ. It's basically the largest organ that you have in your body, and it will reflect basically all those fluctuations. So some days it might be more irritated, some days it might be drier, and it might be that you don't have really big fluctuations, that you can pretty much stick to the same thing day in and day out. But I personally have big changes in how my skin looks day to day, so that's why I found the best way for me is to have several different products to cater to my skin mood, if you wish. So now on to evening, or actually this one, if I'm having like super irritated skin, I might use the Ren Omega 3 Night Repair Serum, which is an omega-3 oil with the skin smoothing cream, but usually this one is reserved for nighttime. I use this alternating it with other products, but mainly I alternate with the retin-a. So I'm using 0.05 tretinoin one night and the next night this one, or 2 nights this and 1 night this one, depending how clogged my skin is. If it's very clogged, I'm gonna go 2 nights in a row and 1 night with the omega-3. I found this is the best way for me to get the most benefit for using the retin-a. Like, I don't get overly irritated, but at the same time my acne is controlled and my clogged skin is controlled as well. If I use it every night, which I can, I'm gonna get like very dry areas, like for example around my mouth, around my eyebrows, around my nose, on the upper cheeks, and it might not really be comfortable. So that's why I found by experimenting that that's how it works best for me. And sometimes when I'm feeling extra luxurious or I want extra moisturizing effect on my skin, I'll go over maybe 1 night a week or 2 nights a week. I'm gonna go over with the Georgian Loose Cleanse and Heal face balm or dual balm. It's 100% natural and it has mango butter, ylang ylang, chamomile, other good stuff. And basically this one you can use as a cleansing balm or as a very, very heavy duty moisturizer. So, oh, and one last thing. When I'm having my period, basically maybe 2 days before and a day, that's where my massive breakouts are, or where my most annoying breakouts are. They're very hot, they're very irritated, they're more on the cystic side, and they're very itchy. So I use the Dermalogica overnight clearing gel. I apply it on the areas where it's very, very kinky, I would say. Or not kinky, but very, I don't know the word, but you know what I mean. And occasionally, very rarely, I'll use it all over my face. If my face is extremely oily, I'll put that just to sort of balance things out. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much my skincare routine. I'm gonna put it all in the description box down below so you can see like what I'm using step by step. That has so far controlled my skin and allow me to have more good day skin than bad day skin. I'm pretty much having now all the month glowy skin and more or less balanced skin, which before I did not have. Before I had 3/3 of the month breakouts and moody skin, which means like very dry and very oily areas, and sometimes irritated skin. And now pretty much I'm having it balanced, and I believe it's because I'm using products that are catered towards individual problems whenever they arise, and I don't force my skin to take something that it doesn't want in that day. And it comes with practice and basically observing what happens next when you've used such product. And yeah, so basically when I wake up, I just analyze like how's my skin looking after I've cleansed it and also before I've cleansed it, which tells me a lot how my skin is gonna be throughout the day. So after I cleansed it, I check again how my skin feels, and after I used this, usually I can pretty much tell if my skin is gonna be dry, irritated, or very oily, depending on how this is absorbed and how my skin looks after 10 or 15 minutes from spraying that. So I know it might sound like a lot of work, but for me, having battled like moody skin like forever, it's just a small step for me to take, which doesn't take me more than 10 minutes per day to do, and it keeps my skin nice, which keeps me happy. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'm very happy to interact with you guys. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I have to say about the matter. Those are my staples right now, so yeah, I don't really have much else. Anyways, I hope again, like I said before, that you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll maybe talk to you soon. Bye bye!